Hello and welcome to Math 251 Online. This is our calculus course at Cañada College, and my name is Ray Lapuz. This is the first part of a three-part orientation. This part of the orientation will cover the syllabus, and then we'll cover a couple of different coursewares that we're going to use for the class. So the syllabus starts off with my information. Again, my name is Ray Lapuz. And the best way to get a hold of me is through email. That's RLAPUZ, the number 2, at my.smccd.edu. The course management system we will be using is Canvas, and the site for that is smccd.instructure. That's instructure.com. I have a phone number in an office, but the best way to get a hold of me is email, so please send me an email if you have any questions. I have office hours on Wednesdays from 9 to noon at the STEM Center. That's the back of the Learning Center. And if you cannot make that time but need to talk to me about something, then we can set up an appointment. So the course goes from August 14th through December 16th, and this is an 18-week course. So I want to start off with some proctoring requirements. This is an online course, but this course is articulated with a bunch of transfer institutions, and they want to make sure that the exams are proctored. And so we have proctored exams. We will use a program called Proctorio, and for that you need to use Google Chrome and install the Proctorio app. And so there's details that you can look at, but we will discuss this as we get closer to the exam time. The prerequisites for this class is pre-calculus, and so we have to make sure that you have that taken and taken care of, and the course description is stated here. Introduction to calculus with a lot of differentiation. The materials that we'll be using, will start off with a textbook. We have Calculus by James Stewart, the 8th edition, and we're looking at the early transcendental. And this will be accessed, or one way to access this is online through the publisher, which is Cengage, and then they use a program called WebAssign. But we don't need to know anything about accessing WebAssign because you will get automatic inclusive access by logging in through Canvas. If you have any issues about inclusive access, you can take a look at this URL and click on it. But basically, the book, once you log into WebAssign, the book will be accessible to you, and all the homework systems and things like that. And you will be billed through the bookstore, and it's going to go to your WebSmart account. So that's how you're going to be paying for the book. We're going to be using Canvas, and Canvas communicates with my.smccd.edu email. So it'd be good if you are using that email. If you're not using that email, you might want to forward your emails to the actual email account that you will be using, so that you can get the announcements and everything else from our course. I'm also encouraging you to use online graphing calculators so that you can be able to graph things quickly and easily. And so an actual calculator is not necessary for this class, so long as you can access your online calculator. Student learning outcomes are listed here. We're going to talk about limits and continuity. We're going to compute derivatives in a variety of ways. We're going to apply derivatives to some applications, real life problems, and then we're going to go into the fundamental theorem of calculus and be able to do a bunch of algebra manipulating a bunch of functions. So your grades will be based on some lab assignments. So the lab assignments are online tutorials that go through some problems that you'll be running into in the homework. And so this is worth 5% of your grade, and it's usually going to be due on Sundays. And we'll take a look at the schedule in a few minutes. I think a fair attempt at these lab assignments can give you all the points that you need. So 75% on the lab assignments will actually give you 10 points, and then if you do about half of it, you'll still get the majority of the points, and a little bit less than that. But if you don't attempt it at all, you're not going to get any points for this particular assignment. The homework will be problems that you'll be solving, and it's different from lab assignments because the lab assignments actually walk through steps, whereas the homework will just give you problems to try and solve. And so between 10 to 20 questions for each section in the textbook, and it'll all be done online. So these will be done online in WebAssign. There's a makeup policy. If you're interested in making up a homework assignment because you missed the deadline, you can make up to 7 homework assignments for the semester, and what you do is you go to the homework assignment that you missed and click on request an extension. Now I will not be making up, there are no makeups for the lab assignments, so keep that in mind. So lab assignments are things that you want to get done, and the homework assignments you can make up to 7. The midterm and the final exams will be worth 75% of your grade. There'll be 2 midterms worth 25 points each, and then the final exam will also be 25% each, and then the final exam will be 25% as well. Their journal assignments are, these assignments are basically reflections about the work that you're doing, and they will be worth 5% of your grade. Now, we have a STEM speaker series that is happening on Wednesday nights, and I use this generally for people who want to make up any lab assignments or journal assignments, which I said were not makeable. But if you go to a STEM speaker series, then you could have the opportunity to make up a lab assignment. Now, if you can't go, then there's an alternate assignment listed here. You can do a research on a particular topic of STEM speaker, and once that gets going in the semester, it's not going to happen yet. I think it's going to be sometime in September or so. But once that gets going, I'll make an announcement on Canvas. All right, so we have a standard grading scheme with a plus-minus system, and your grade books will be updated periodically in Canvas. So we'll use the grade book in Canvas, and generally I update the grades after the exams. And so some of those grades have to be transferred manually, and I generally transfer them after the exam. So we have a handful of resources. We have the Learning Center as a good set of resource. There's a counseling center where you can get counseling either academically or personally, and our DRC is also available for you. If you have any questions, you can contact use these phone numbers to contact the resources. We also have a sexual harassment statement here, and more details can be found at this link, smcccd.edu/TitleIX. That's our Title IX sexual harassment statement. We also have an academic integrity policy, and it basically says, please don't cheat in this class. All right, so the course will be, the courseware will be Canvas again, and we will take a look at that in our next video. But before we end this one, let's take a quick look at some schedules. Your lab assignments are going to be due on Sundays, and your homework assignments will be due on Fridays of that same week. And so you can see the listing of all the dates of when your particular sections are due. So our first 2 sections will be due, the lab assignment will be due on August 8th, and then the homework assignment will be due on Friday, August 23rd. And then the breakdown is as follows here. And then we have the exam dates. The exam dates are due on the 18th, September 18th, November 13th, and December 12th. but these are the due dates. You can actually do them before if you want. And exams will have two parts in it. One will be Web Smart part, and then the other one will be the proctored part. And more details of the exams will come as we get closer to the test dates. There are a handful of other important dates here that you can look at. So keep these dates in mind. All right, let's take a quick look at our schedule. Also available to you is a schedule for the whole semester, and this is a semester calendar where it has the flex day, the starting dates, and then when the homework assignments and lab assignments are due. It also has the exam dates here. And then the only things that are not listed here are the journal assignments, but I will post the journal assignments and have you guys work on it as we go along. All right, so that's the breakdown with our schedule and our syllabus, and I hope this clears a lot of things up. And in our next part of the orientation, we will be looking at Canvas itself. All right.